Let's practice some sealed events with Phyrexia All Will Be One with the Midweek Magic event that's happening this week. And let's begin. Welcome back to Game School Dad with me, Martin. Today we are looking at the Phantom Sealed event for Midweek Magic. So the way the Phantom events work is that you don't actually get to keep the cards that you open in the packs. Normally you would get to keep them, but because it's Phantom we don't. We're going to open the packs. We're going to make the best deck we can out of the packs here, and I have a feeling it's going to be possibly some kind of green and red combination with these rares, but we'll see. There might be some good blue or black combination with the cards that we get. So we get 6 rares, and we're going to build the best deck we can out of it. We've got Sheoldred there because in the limited games that we can do with Phyrexia, in the draft and the sealed events, you can get any of the other Phyrexian cards. Vorinclex, you can get Urabrask, you can get Jingataxis, you can get Sheoldred, as well as obviously getting Elish Norn. So let's have a look at the cards we have. I'm going to actually build this deck live, so you're going to get to see my process of building the deck. And okay, so kind of big green is definitely a thing here. Got Contagious Vorak, which can bring out land, so we can ramp up a bit. Got some big green creatures that can't be blocked by creatures with flying. Either way, 6/5 trample is pretty good. If the opponent's got lots of flying creatures, then it helps get past those as well. Green, toxic. Okay, we've got red-green oil counters. Big red-green creatures with a bit of toxic. Yeah, I'm quite liking this. Okay, so we could definitely do some kind of good red-green deck out of what we've got here. We could possibly even include some blue, but I don't want to necessarily go with 3 colors. Normally it's best to probably stick to 2 colors as a very general rule. I'm just going to see what else we've got in the other colors. So, right, let's start with white. White is pretty straightforward for me. I quite like white. Size of Glide is great if we've got Toxic, if we've got Corrupted, if the opponent's got 3 poison counters on. Infested Flesh Cutter is a good way of being able to get more might creatures that can create Toxic. And I don't like Vanish into Eternity too much because it's not very good for killing creatures, which is normally pretty important. And Flensing Wraps is really good. So we could make some kind of Toxic deck. Artifacts. Bladed Ambassador is pretty good, although it's not toxic, it's pretty good at attacking. Okay. So let's see, if we went with white toxic, which is something they've done in Premier Drafts quite a lot. So, toxic 1, yes, that's great for toxic. That's normally pretty good. So normally this would work better in a red and white deck, but if we can give equipped creatures flying, we can give toxic creatures flying, which is pretty nice. So maybe we could look at that. Maybe, but maybe it's a bit more expensive. So we've got lots of good white, a bit of removal, but mostly toxic and corrupted cards there. So let's have a look. Have we got anything else that's really good for a toxic or corrupted deck? Sheoldred, I'd love to use somewhere. So see more toxic. Vraska's Fall isn't necessarily very good, but gives out poison counters as well, which is really good. This gives out poison counters. Nice little trick. And Blight Belly Rat is really nice as well. So actually we're really close on a black and white toxic deck, which is one potential we could do. See, oil counters. Each opponent who has 3 or more poison counters loses 1 life. It would be nice if that did much. I don't know if it really does. Taking out 1 life, because if we're doing poison counters, yes, if we get to Corrupted, then we might be able to kill the opponent with other things we can do with Corrupted, but it's also nice to be able to kill them with the actual poison counters, and then making them lose life is not going to help us kill them with poison counters. Rib Skiff is nice as well. 2 of those. Okay, so we've got 37 out of 40 cards. Let's put our lands in automatically. I think I'll probably put in a Terramorphic Expanse just to help us with maybe fixing lands as we're using more than one colour. And we could go with Prophetic Prism, possibly, just to help us, again, fix colour, although we probably won't need it. With just, there's nothing that needs more than one white or more than one black. I think we should be okay for colours. And I'm going to put Sheoldred in, just because Sheoldred's so good. Like, you can't say no to a Sheoldred. Just going to keep us alive a bit longer and drain the opponent. If the whole toxic, if the actual 10 poison counters doesn't work, then Sheoldred will drain them out. Let's put Dross Pit in there as well. It's nice to have an extra land that can possibly draw a card if you need it. And we can use turn creature from graveyard to hand. So when they kill our Sheoldred, we can bring it back. Okay, so that's actually 40 cards, which is pretty neat. That's basically all of our black and white, and enough lands, and a couple of extra things that are going to help us. Our curve is pretty low, so we've got mostly 2 drops and 3 and a bit of 4. We have a lot of non-creatures. Do we have that many non-creatures? We have removal, we have a trick, we have artifacts. I think we should be okay. Normally you want to have as many creatures as possible in these kind of formats because it's the best way. If you don't have really great combos, which you aren't going to have amazing combos when you're only opening so many packs. So you have to rely on the best combos you can get, but also the value of each creature individually. And if you have one removal, it's great, get rid of the opponent's creatures, but if we didn't have very many creatures of our own, we're not going to do very much damage. So we've got good things to draw cards. Yeah, sacrifice a creature isn't great. Have we got many artifacts? So we have Artifact, Prophetic Prism, Artifact Ribskiff, so that's going to help Orthodoxy Enforcer. I think this is actually pretty nice. I feel like it's a bit of a cheat because black and white I am so much more used to making. So it's quite a straightforward deck for me. I kind of want to make something with this red and green as well, but maybe what I'll do is I'll start with the black and white and let's call this our Corrupted deck, which is not very original, but there you go. Okay, so I'm going to take the Corrupted deck and I'm going to play our first game. Let's see how well this deck does in the sealed event. Okay, we've got Duelist to start with. These are a bit expensive, but I'm going to just take a chance on the fact we're going to draw enough land. Which is probably not the best idea, but I'm going to rely on it. Also, going first helps. So, okay, Duelist Deep Faith. Having first strike on our turn means the opponent is very unlikely to want to block. And we can do this if we want to. So let's put out this and let's attack. Not going to block because they'll just lose the creature. Unless they haven't read the card. Okay, so we can give the creature +2/+2 and we can draw a card, but we're not going to do that because I'd rather use this at a time when it's going to make a difference rather than just doing 2 extra damage and drawing a card. Oh, I should have sacrificed this as well. I guess I'm going to need another black. Just in case I only draw white lands, I want to make sure I've got enough for my Sheoldred. I'm really taking the time to think about it. I like the lands they've got there. Nice lands. Okay. Interesting choice, but okay. While I'm here, I'm just going to remember to sacrifice this in case I need it. Sacrifice this and get the black land. Get the swamp. There we go. Resolve. Okay, they're going to gain 4 life. We're going to lose 4 life. I'm okay with that. Anything else? Oh, they're really giving it everything. Okay. Okay. So this is going to give me +2 till end of turn. They only get first strike if I have the poison counters. Attack now. Okay, so land. There's a good case for not attacking and just keeping that to defend. I guess. Maybe. Doesn't have first strike on my turn, on their turn though, so it's better to attack than it is to defend with. They're going to keep hitting me with their one big artifact creature. Artifact, yes. Well, as soon as I get Sheoldred out, hopefully we'll start turning around. Or, in fact, what I could do is... Oh, Immortality is good. Go with Sheoldred, or I could go with Sheoldred's Head Cleaver. Let's go with Sheoldred. I'm going to keep going with the poison, because now we've got 3 poison counters, which means everything that has corrupted, might just be the Incisor Glider to be honest, but anything that has corrupted is going to help, is going to activate its ability and be able to do that. And if not, maybe we can kill them with the poison counters anyway. Aha, okay. Protection against green and red, which I'm fine with. As well. Wow, 6/5 lifelink. Okay, they hit me with lots. If they want to hit me with this, I'm definitely going to kill it. I know I lose Sheoldred. It's bad. It could be worse. So let's carry on with the poison. And then Toxic 2. I guess I'm going to go with Head Cleaver. I could do the Rib Skiff, but if I do that, then... Well, I can't even crew it, actually. It needs crew 3, so... Your list would not work very well with Rib Skiff. Now we've got 3 poison counters, potentially. Okay. So let's go with this. And... They can't block. And I'm going to kill them with poison counters quicker than they can kill me with their damage, hopefully. We'll see. So, let's attack. Damage. And I'm going to put out Rib Skiff and draw a card. Other white land, okay. So, I should be able to kill them next turn with poison counters if they don't block. Okay, 5. If they attack with Basilica Shepherd, they can't block with it, so... Go with that. Okay. I presume they're going to put something else out, otherwise they're just going to do 7 damage to me and then lose next turn. I can play extra cards. Land and complete devotion. Okay. If they can put out anything to block, then they're going to win. Okay, drawing a card. I guess they're looking for something to put out to block with. Okay. That's not going to help them either. But that will. Okay, I need to get rid of that. If I can get anything like this that gets rid of Incisor Glider, then I have won. Nothing to block with. And let's do those poison counters. Okay. Kind of close on the life, but 1 game, 1 win. Pretty good. So I'm going to get the rare card reward from the event here, which is the main reason why we do midweek magic events, because we get some free rare or better cards. Mirren Safe House. Interesting. Not one I think I would use in the deck, but it's another rare from the set at the very least, so it's one I'm less likely to open in packs, or once I have 4 copies of that, I'll be less likely to open that in packs and open other things, so that's good. Maybe I'll try and find a way of using that one. It's not the kind of deck I would usually make one with different lands with those kind of abilities. Okay, let's see. Ripskiff is not great here. Cleansing Raptor for 3. If I was really clever, I would probably mulligan this, but I'm not. I hate mulliganing. I'll only tend to do it if it's really unplayable, and this is kind of iffy. Okay, well, nothing on turn 1, so let's put that out. Okay. Double black. Next turn, Cleansing Raptor comes out, and hopefully I draw another land and Sheoldred comes out, and then the opponent's going to be very unhappy. So, draw a card if we sacrifice it. No, let's not do that. Let's go with Cleansing Raptor first. Can't block because they're going to have first strike. They can't block me because I have flying at the moment. So, green as well. So that's going to be 1 poison counter each unless something else comes out. Oh, they're getting rid of it already. Okay. Okay, I definitely need more land. Let's go with drawing cards. More land, and might as well play this out while we've got it. Okay, so we can get rid of their creature next turn, but what I might do is do Sheoldred first. Just to get out, stop those poison counters coming in. I'm going to guess with a red, with white and green, they're probably going to try and kill me with the poison counters. Wonder what the green's for. Fighting spells. Interesting. So let's put out Sheoldred. Would be nice if I had some other protection. Like I have this. But I will just have to see what happens. I can always bring back with the Skull Bomb. Okay. Sacrifice a creature, but I can bring it back. So that's fine. They've used up that spell. Okay, right. Here comes the haste. So this is 3 mana. I can get rid of the atrocity, but I'm getting low on health and low on space to take any more poison. So can't play Sheoldred at the same time, so let's at least take out this atrocity. Gone. Sizer Glider will block. So we're going to be at 8 poison counters. I have a feeling no matter what I do is not going to work out too great, although they're running out of cards. So maybe it's better for now to get the blocker out. It's tempting just to draw another card. But let's see if I can get Sheoldred back. If I can survive a little bit longer. First strike, death touch. Okay. And poison? No, there's no poison. Okay. Need something good to block with, which I'm not getting right now. So let's sacrifice and return Sheoldred to our hand. If we had 1 more land, I would be very happy, but we don't. So, okay. This fool, sacrifice a creature, get a poison counter. Trauma Day sacrifice. No, I'm going to not do anything, and I'm going to use my offer immortality. Decide which one to block here. I can take 2 damage and a poison counter, or 3 damage, and they can also draw a card. I'm going to take out... And let's give us Death Touch and Indestructible. They have a trick. They have anything? If they do, we're over. I think this is it. No? No trick? Take the poison. Down to 5 life. Get rid of their really good creature. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we've got some mites. Oh, 1 mite. Okay, and that comes back out. That's not great. Because... Let's see, we can block anything. So I'm not going to go with Vraska's Fall now. Well, instant anyway, so let's see what they do. They've got no cards, which is the only good thing. I've got Ribskiff, which isn't the most useful thing right now. So if they don't draw anything too good, they have a slight chance of being able to survive this. But it's not looking great. If they have anything to remove Sheoldred, then I'm in trouble too. Guessing they don't, because they're still searching for things and they're taking the damage every time. Okay. They haven't. So let's go with drawing an extra card now. Getting some life back, which is what I really need. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lands. Or 6 for now. So this is coming out. And I could do a Ribskiff just to draw a card. Don't think I'm going to need Vraska's Fall right now. Deep Devotion is good. Right, we're gaining some life back, which is probably the most important thing. Let's just get some... does it matter? Probably not. Get some white out so we can crew. Toxic 2, 4, 4. Okay, right now I'm just going to hold on because... At the very least, I've got a potentially indestructible card. I've got Sheoldred, which is a pretty tough Death Touch, and Incisor Glider, which is doing a good enough job of holding things up for now. The opponent's draining out of life. They're not even going to attack. Got nothing good. Rot Priest. Okay. Okay, so I can't do things on their creatures, but I can do things on them. Ah, but if they do things on themselves, they're going to get me as well. Okay. So this is risky. I could get rid of Rot Priest, but if I do, I'm getting another poison counter. This is very risky. I can make them sacrifice something first. Or I can draw another card first. That leaves me with 3. Okay. Pretty much just playing this out to draw a card. Gain some more life. I'm not worried about life. I am worried about poison counters, especially with Rot Priest. Okay, well this might be the end of it. This might be how I lose, but I'm going to target Rot Priest just to get rid of it. They go up to 9 poison counters. If they have anything on their own creature, there you go. Right. I'm getting another poison counter. There's nothing else I can do. They got me. Even if I hadn't done that, they would have put me up to 9 next turn anyway, and anything else they could do on their own creatures would get me to 10. So I don't think I could quite win that one. Not when they're drawing Rot Priest. If I didn't have Rot Priest, I'd be alright. Okay, let's go with the third game. See if we can win our second one and get a second rare individual card reward for the day. Okay, this looks much better. And we're doing the same as them. Okay, so lots of little creatures and a removal if we need it. Okay, and some bigger things. So let's go Duelist or Blightbelly Rat. Duelist is going to be better to start with, because we have the first strike on our turn, and proliferating is much better if we've already got a poison counter on the opponent. Sheoldred again. Wow, okay. Gonna take the damage. And I could get rid of it now. Or I could just let them attack me if they want to, and I can get 3 poison counters on them potentially. Okay, they're going to attack. Well, I could do this just to proliferate anyway. If they've got a trick they want to use, then fine, use your trick. But they don't. So, they're getting an extra poison counter. Going to make a might that can't block. It's fine with me. And they're going to Indoctrination Attendant, which I think is one I'm going to use Ossification on. I think I'm just going to draw a card with Skull Bomb just to keep things moving a bit faster. Hopefully get another land. There we go, perfect. Okay, we have 4 lands. So, get Sheoldred out, which is nice, but I think I'm going to actually get rid of Indoctrination Attendant, so I can definitely get this third poison counter through. And then Incisor Glider is going to do a really good job with Corrupted to give everything +1/+1 when we attack. So I'm going to have a 3 +1/+1 3/3 first strike if they don't get rid of Duelist of Deep Faith. Hoping they can't. They could have any removal, I suppose. Looking alright so far. Okay, that's a good one. Okay, that's one I would definitely like to kill. But at the very least, what I could do... Wait, I could put this out. So, okay, whenever it deals combat damage, they can make lots of ones. Mites. Lots of 1/1s. Okay, that's fine. So, let's go over their head, shall we? Sure. Let's just ignore them. Get some damage in, get some more poison counters, and end the turn. I can change my Terramorphic Expanse into another swamp in a second. Don't let me forget before my turn starts, otherwise might have other things I can't cast. Although actually I'm probably going to cast Sheoldred either way, no matter what happens. I said exile that one, yeah. Or they can exile Sheoldred anyway with that, unless I've got 3 poison counters. Okay. So they're going to go wide with lots of mites. Battle Cry, they go bigger. Preventing the damage from itself, making lots of mites. That's pretty cool. Okay. Let's get that swamp while I can. So they can do like 6 poison counters on me next turn. This is whenever attacks. So I can do 5 damage. Be so close. I'm gonna go with it. They could block with Blight Belly Rat, which is fine if they want to. It's gonna give me a poison counter next turn anyway. So sure, give me one now. I'm gonna be on 3. They can do another 5. So potentially I can kill them next turn anyway. Hopefully. Right, so they don't want to block with Sheoldred. Okay. So 4 counters, which means 3 more I'm dead. Okay, so I need something to block with. Might have to just make it a poison counter, be up to 5. Another blocker. Ripskiff to draw, I've got 5. Be withdrawing some more cards, but I'm going to need more blockers, so let's go with more blockers for now. And if I can block long enough, I can do enough. I'm going to have to keep everything back to block the mites. I'm lucky they won't survive. I can attack next turn with Incisor Glider. Take them down to 2, and then when they draw, they go down to 0. So as long as I can stop the poison counters coming in this turn, they're dead next turn. Looking at Incisor Glider, they probably worked out that we can get through. In fact, even if we don't have Incisor Glider, we can just attack with everything next turn. Well, as long as Sheoldred survives. Attack with... Okay, you can put that on. Give something +2/+2. Okay. Okay, so... one or more players. So as long as I block here, pretty sure I'm fine. Let's just do this just to see what else I draw. Nothing useful. I gain some life. So let's see. Attack with all. They lose things. They can either block Sheoldred and nothing else. Or they can block Head Cleaver and not Sheoldred. Got no lands. Pretty sure we're fine. Because of the menace. There we go. For a second I thought they had it when they tried to block. Okay, 3 games. 1 win, 1 loss, 1 win. Not too bad. So, the black and white deck works pretty well. It's got me my 2nd rare card reward for the event. So, Midweek Magic is really great. One reason I really love Midweek Magic is because you get to try out these different formats. So, if you're doing any sealed events, and sealed Phyrexia All-Will-Be-One is currently available to play. If you want to play that and spend your 2,000 gems on entering the event, at least what we should do first is try the Phantom Sealed. Just get a bit of extra practice with it. Because it's there, why not? So I get Animal Wastes. It's going to be pretty handy in my Phyrexian Fight Club deck, which I'm still working on. So yeah, let's take that. I'm happy with that. Alright, so that's the Phantom Sealed event. If you're doing sealed events at all, especially if you're going to use your gems to enter into the event and you're playing for as many wins as you can get before you get 3 losses, then try out the Phantom Sealed event first. And if you have a second account, make sure you do it both times. So you get 2 tries basically on your main account and on your second account if you have one. You can do 2 Phantom Sealed before you even try doing a real sealed, a normal sealed that isn't Phantom. So you can get some experience of building decks from the sealed packs that you open. It doesn't always work out quite so neatly as adding everything from 2 different colors and just playing with that, which is kind of, I almost got away with that by just basically just putting in everything that's black and white or everything that's red and green. There might be some fine tuning that you have to do, and maybe sometimes 3 colors would work better than 2, but I quite like the 2 color options I had there, so I think that worked pretty well. Okay, so that's all we've got time for today in the Phantom Sealed event. Let me know what you think. Do you play Midweek Magic a lot? Do you always get these rare individual card rewards? Because if you don't, you're missing out on free cards, and surely you don't want to miss out on free cards, right? So always do the Midweek Magic. And don't forget, you can like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any future content. And I will see you in the next video.